Okay guys, we are back here for day 2 at Six Flags. I'm going to be showing you right now what I was talking about when I meant those new lights over there by the parking entrance. We're going to head over there right now, right after this light turns green, and I'll show you guys what that's all about. When I said this, see how everyone makes last second moves here? Basically everything here is new, including these lights, which is really different and strange to see for the first time because we're usually used to, just seeing, oh yeah, and then here on the right side is vaccinations, and then on the left side is where you want to enter for the park itself. So this is where I enter, and yeah, let's see, hopefully this line today will be a lot better than it was yesterday, because I kind of got screwed over yesterday waiting in this line instead of this one. So let's see if today again this line will be better for our choice. Second day here at Six Flags Magic Mountain. Something we did different today is park in the parking lot right underneath X2, which is really weird. I guess if you take those first 2 left lanes in the parking line, instead of going all the way down to that parking thing, and you're early and there's still space available in here, they are taking advantage as much as they can of this parking space right by X2. So when you're waiting in line, like right there, you'll be able to see these cars. This is where I parked today, which is really interesting because last time I didn't park here. I parked all the way at the parking not parking structure, but in the main parking lot down after the parking line. But after that, you just get led, you make a U-turn, you get led over here, and then you go straight into this parking lot, which is not the one that was all the way down, which is a little bit different than what I did yesterday. So if you guys do come early, go to the left side, and then they will allow you to park here instead. After being led from the parking lot over here towards this side of the park, that line is starting to form over there again. So I don't know if they're gonna make me go all the way around, which would really suck because we have to walk all the way down here and then all the way around this parking lot just to get over there by that line. So we're gonna check out how this process works right now in terms of getting from the X2 parking lot to over here and to the line we went into yesterday, which was actually the screening line and then the reservation line, which we will check out right now and how that works. Making my way over here, I didn't instead decide to just across here into this area. I'm going to see if it'll be able to take me all the way around to that main line, because I don't know where else we're supposed to wait if we do get on this side. If we do get on this side, I guess you can just cross over here, and then preferred parking's over here, which is weird because I have preferred on my Platinum Pass, but they don't really say anything about getting preferred over here, so I don't know as of right now if it's going to be an extra cost. But walking over from the X2 parking lot, just cross over here, and then you'll be able to make your way across into the actual line for reservations and screenings. Upon arrival, after you do make your way from the X2 parking lot down here, you can cross along here, across the preferred parking, and then they will ask you for your reservation time. After that, I'm pretty sure we just walk into here and then see if we can get screened from here instead, which is different than what we did yesterday because we walked all the way around. So yeah, now we're going to have to walk around back to the original line that we waited in yesterday, which is for screening and reservation checks. After that, we go through the touchless security checks, and then we go straight into the park with our ticket. So walking across here for the reservation check and where the screening is for the COVID screenings, you just go through here, and if it's not a long line in the morning, they do just end up cutting it off and then let you go across the side here. But if it is a long line in the morning, they'll make you wait through this queue here, which is extended from where the regular security checks would be. But now you walk through this little hut and you get checked by this camera, which screens your temperature. Once again, making your way past this screening area, you go straight into where the security checkpoints are. Now they installed these new touchless security checks. So basically it scans through your bags and stuff to make sure that you don't have anything that they don't want you to bring into the park on you. And then after that, you go through the other second metal detectors, and then you get led into the park. Making our way into the park for round 2 of the 3 days I am here in a row. We're inside the Looney Tunes store right after you enter. Actually, the entrance is literally right behind these doors, and then you get led into this store. If you can, this is a really big tip I recommend whenever you come over here. Whenever you want to cut through to full throttle, I definitely recommend going through here if you want to get there as quick as possible. Because if you do go around the store, it's a lot longer, and then you have to go all the way around by the stands there and then go all the way down to full throttle. But a big tip is whenever you enter the park from here, go through the Looney Tunes entrance, and then you can literally take this door straight to this one, and then this one will take you right to full throttle, which is actually right there, right behind this door. Making our way here from the entrance into full throttle area. Full throttle is actually kind of starting to get a little busy, but everything is socially distanced, so it's not as busy as people think it is. But going into the park, yeah, full throttle is starting to get a little bit packed. It shouldn't be too long as of right now. It's like what, maybe like 11 o'clock. Yeah, it just hit 11 right now. Going in, it's not too packed. I mean, later on in the day, we're definitely going to see more people pop up. Yeah, look at how busy it is. No one. But yeah, later in the day, we could definitely expect more people to show up because for the last few days, it has been getting kind of like, sold out throughout the weekends and so on and so forth, especially in the upcoming week. So I definitely recommend getting a reservation from now if you haven't already, because times are starting to sell out really quickly. Making our way from the Full Throttle area now, we're gonna check out Goliath. It's about like 11:05 right now. We just saw a cart that passed by. The cart only had like 2 people in the front, and they've been spacing it out like every 2 rows. So as of right now, it looks like a walk-on. Before, like yesterday, it was like 90 minutes to get on. Basically, it went up all the way out to there, the line yesterday. So I definitely recommend hopping on this ride first if you get the chance to. And if not, head to Full Throttle first at the entrance of the park because it's way worth it over there, because later on in the day it's going to get way packed. But with the socially distanced markers, it does extend all the way out there. But still, yesterday, most people ended up like coming towards this attraction, and everyone was waiting, I guess, an hour and a half just to get on, which is insane. I wouldn't do that myself. I would definitely go to a different ride like Twisted Colossus, Scream, or Crazy if it is open. But yeah, I definitely recommend coming here first because look at this line. There is none. So the time is reaching about 11:10, but look at this line. It's literally non-existent. These are the socially distanced markers that go all the way up. I think sometimes it is very much exaggerated, 6 feet, because it could be like 18 feet, but they say it's 6 feet. But yeah, I definitely recommend coming here first on Goliath, because there's literally no line here in the morning. So if you do choose to come later in the day, definitely expect to wait like 90 minutes just to get on this ride. Just got off of Twisted Colossus here at the Scream Park District. Now we're going to make our way towards West Coast Racers, more down this way past Crazy. Crazy today does not look operational. Hopefully it is later on in the day. DC Universe is also looking kind of slow in the morning as well. Yesterday, actually, later in the day towards like the evening, it was still kind of empty. So if you guys do enjoy any of these rides here, I'm pretty sure they've been running most of the rides. So if you do enjoy this area, thank you, Superman. If you do enjoy this area, definitely come here later in the day or any time in the day because it's usually empty. Another thing I highly recommend is any of these restaurants around the park. If you do have a dining pass, you would be able to use your mobile ordering app actually on the Six Flags app to order ahead of time instead of waiting, because usually later in the day, this line goes out of here, out of these little gates, especially since they're socially distanced. So definitely I recommend going on the Six Flags app and using your dining pass to mobile order food from these places. And then they have pickup windows on the side, actually for Johnny Rocks on the other side. But they do have pickup windows for the guests to go and pick up their food, and you'll be able to even get drinks using your cup. It's just listed as a free refill on the app, so I definitely recommend that to skip those lines. Once again, today as well, Crazy is closed. I don't know if they will begin operation again later throughout the opening of the park, but as of right now, it is still closed, which kind of sucks because that is my favorite ride. But we're going to see in the upcoming days if it will be open, and I'll let you guys know if that does happen. Making our way over here by the Hall of Justice and the Jammin' Bumpers bumper cars. Ace of Clubs yesterday was not open. One of the cast members did actually tell us that it hopefully will be open today, so we could check and see if it is open later today. Usually they're open for dinner time, so around like 4:30ish. But yeah, for the most part, it has been closed. Same with the Jammin' Bumpers because of the high touch stuff, and they don't want to do it for COVID. Scrambler has been open, but usually later on in the day. There's actually someone waiting there right now to let people in. Justice League is closed earlier in the morning, but later in the day, it does get empty. Usually like by afternoon, midday kind of ish. Justice League will actually have a line, so I definitely recommend going there if you want some cool air. It's AC and everything. It's really nice in there. Sometimes me and my friends just go in there just because of how cold it is. But we're gonna make our way over here towards this food area, pass it, and go to West Coast Racers and see if there's a line. Over here, they did remove, I forgot to mention this yesterday actually because everyone was standing in the way for it, but they did remove all the tables and umbrellas here for seating areas. Now they will be able to move over there in the dining area. Before that did be a member exclusive place. I don't know if it still is. Pretty sure it's not because they did have to remove all of these here and replace them with social distancing markers since most of the park has, it's regulated for COVID and food lines. But yeah, as of right now, you'll be able to dine in this area right next to the food place with a lot of covering, and even the pub over there, which used to be a member only place, but now it is not. Making our way by Jetstream. they still actually do have it drained. Yesterday we came here, I was gonna check again today if it was not gonna be drained anymore. For the drop part, it is drained. Here they do have a little bit of water, but not enough obviously to actually run the ride, because the ride requires a lot of water here at Jetstream. But as of right now, it would be really nice to have it, because the days have been getting hotter and hotter. But definitely is not open right now. Water's drained out, and hopefully we'll be able to see an opening of that soon with new regulations as the COVID cases begin to lower down. Making our way into the underground now, we're going to be able to check on West Coast Racers, see how the line is for that, if it is running today. And also Apocalypse, there is new track for Green Lantern, where Green Lantern was, which is going to be a Raptor track now. So we're going to go check that out. Hopefully we can check it out later by Riddler's Revenge. If we get on Riddler's, we'll be able to see it from there. But as of right now, no updates on that. Here's the speed shop, the apparel and gifts for West Coast Racers. But yeah, West Coast Racers does have a little bit of a line today. We're going to check out and see how long that would be. But yesterday it was definitely way longer going out from here all the way out. But yeah, let's check right now and see how long we'll wait. So the way they do have West Coast Racers set up is they have this queue and then the additional queue on the outside with the social distancing markers on the floor. It extends all the way, the extended queue on the side of the main entrance. But the way they do it is, since it is indoor here, they only allow a certain amount of people in at a time. So at first it may seem kind of slow for the wait here, but what it actually is just they're not allowed to allow that many people inside. So once you get past this point, basically you just go inside, head up there, and then you can head on the ride. Going by West Coast Racers now, they do actually have these little buildings up, which is kind of cool. A little bit of decoration added along the park, along with these painted and the divided highways here. They really did make it look like it was a street, even with the yield sign there. That looks pretty official. But now we're gonna head over to Apocalypse, see how the line is there. Around, what time is it now? 11:57, so it's about to reach 12 already, which is kind of crazy to think. But we're gonna check out Apocalypse, see what the line is like by 12 o'clock, and I'll let you guys know what that looks like. Making our way into the Apocalypse line. Basically everything was pretty much a walk-on. Going into the indoor queue right now. Thank you. He says have fun. But yeah, going into the indoor queue now. What a homie. The cast member said have fun. But yeah, going into the indoor queue now. We're gonna see how that's spaced out. You know, because they usually don't want people staying indoors as much. Just like West Coast Racers, they did have it spaced out a lot. But going into the indoor queue right now, let's see what it's like for Apocalypse. So far, I walked through. For some reason, it looks like it's been freaking flooded in here. Yeah, very nice. But we're walking through. So far, a walk on, and let's see what it's like when we get up there. They actually do, they do cover and even turn away the TVs, or what would be the screens here, because they don't want people standing in here for a long time in the queue. So they do still have all of these like effects on, the lights and flashing lights and so on and so forth. But in terms of the screens, they do not have those on. They have them covered or turned away like this, so that people wouldn't stay inside. Walking up here, it is actually just literally a walk on. So if you guys do follow the route we did take today, that would probably be the best. Oh, and I guess just walk right on. Yeah, sure, let's go. Yeah, walk on onto here. Just got off of Apocalypse, actually. There was no line. We ended up being able to walk on literally as we got up there. The gates were open, so we just ran straight on. Everything was pretty much open. Even on West Coast Racers, it's kind of weird how they're doing out the spacing. It's not as efficient, because while we were on the ride, there's literally a guy in the cart next to us that was just him and the whole cart to himself, which is crazy to think normal opening, because you know you would usually expect every row to be packed and filled up. But in this case, they do have the spacing kind of not as efficient as it should be. So maybe Six Flags will learn more as they open up the parks again. I mean, being the first to open up in SoCal and just California in general is kind of, you know, you can't expect too much from them. But yeah, it's been good so far. Everything has pretty much been a walk-on and not too long of a line. So we're gonna go check out what else is like empty and free to do today, and maybe grab some food right now. Making our way out of Apocalypse now, the line has actually got a lot longer. This is what I was talking about earlier in the extended queue and how it extends all the way out. Personally, I don't think this wait would be as worth it, but it is kind of crazy to think, because literally inside is just all empty. So the main part of this queue, or the queue in general, is just this outside part. Once you get past the outside part, you just get led inside and straight onto the ride, because they don't want people standing inside and waiting inside. You can see right now through the glass, it's completely empty in there. So what they do is they just make you wait through this, and then right after this you go straight into the line. But it's not as efficient, because they don't get as many people as they could get on each of the carts. But I mean, it's pretty much good for what it is right now. Lines do extend all the way out into the extended queue, though. We're gonna go grab some food right now outside of West Coast Racers by Gold Rusher, and I'll catch you guys when we get our food. Making our way here by Gold Rusher. This is the food place we usually eat at, or Johnny Rockets, which is right across here, kind of down that way a little bit. But if you do have the dining pass, I highly recommend eating here or at Johnny Rockets because it works for both. You can get like a rocket single or chicken strips at the Johnny Rockets, and here you can do the same thing. They have a little bit more variety with pizza as well. But also another really good place to eat at is Ace of Clubs for dinner. They do have really good steak sandwiches and tri-tip sandwiches. So if you like barbecue food, I definitely recommend going there for dinner. As of right now, it hasn't been open though. Yesterday it wasn't. A cast member told us that hopefully it will be open today. So we'll go ahead and check that out later. Today I'm at Six Flags with JP, and today I was actually told that some of the cast members were hearing that for Six Flags they do want to expand it to 35% capacity. The main reason why they can is because in the parking lot with their big vaccine sites, they're not able to get any parking in for that 35%. So recently it's been seen that people have to literally park on the dirt. They're like taking advantage of any little parking space, even employee parking as possible, except by Scream. Because by over there, that's mainly employee parking because there's nowhere else for employees to park. But like you guys saw earlier in the video, I parked even at the X2 parking, which used to be employee parking, but I guess now they're letting even people park there, like anyone gets to the park. So the main reason why they can't expand to 35% is because of those vaccine sites and no parking spaces. Making our way here by the DC Universe, it still is kind of empty. Usually you'd see a lot more people waiting in line for these tiny coasters, or little, like not even coasters, like the kind of carnival rides. But now we're gonna head over to Scream Park District real quick. And looking at everything else, it's been kind of empty so far, walk-ons, but we did walk by Johnny Rockets, and the line for Johnny Rockets was longer than the line that we've been on for any ride. So I'll catch you guys when we go back over there and get some food. Making our way over here after the Scream Park District, we're gonna get some food from over here. Did you end up getting to ride it? Did you end up getting to ride it? You did? Nice. How was it? Same everything?
Yeah, they just walked straight through the queue.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. You can't really stay inside that much because they don't want to do indoor shows or shows throughout the queue because they don't want people inside. But yeah, we're gonna grab some food right here. The Big Belly Burger. I highly recommend this place. It's really good, even for chicken chips. And I'll catch you guys after this. After eating at the Big Belly Burger and getting those chicken chips, which are really good, and I highly recommend if you do have the dining pass, we head over here to Gold Rush. We're gonna go on a little bit of a more calm ride rather than something intense like Riddler's, and head on this. And after this, we're probably gonna head on to a different ride. But yeah, I highly recommend going on here after because it kind of lets your stomach settle down a bit, and then you'll be able to ride the bigger ride. Walking into Battle for Metropolis. Don't let the outdoor queue really intimidate you that much because they're not allowed to have pre-shows inside since everything's indoors and they don't want anybody to be grouped up indoors. So if you ever do see this line being on the outside, it's because they don't have the indoor pre-shows for the queue on the inside. But if you do go on the outside, it's literally just this part and then you get to walk in straight onto the ride. So if you haven't been in the extended queue before for Justice League Battle for Metropolis, dude, Ken Riddler is not. Basically, all you have to do is head into the inside part here and then make your way around. It wraps around all the way to the back and towards the Riddler's queue, but then you just wrap back around and you go through here and then you get up to that ramp that you usually take for the indoor queue, but there is no indoor queue anymore because they don't want those pre-shows. But yeah, after this, you basically get to walk in and head on to the ride. Going into Justice League Battle for Metropolis, the indoor queue is completely shut out. They don't want any pre-shows because they won't be allowed to do that since COVID, and they don't want people all gathered around in the same spot inside. But they do give you your glasses, thank you, and they allow you to go inside and ride the ride usually. After you do grab these glasses, you just walk through the line normally, and then you get put in with the social distancing marks on the floor, and you get onto the ride after this part of the queue. Just get let in, and you have to ride by party. They don't let you ride with other people. Making our way over here by Twisted Colossus. It is around 2 p.m. right now, and the line is kind of long. We waited in a line this long yesterday, and it actually wasn't too bad because on the inside, the zigzag part, they don't have it, and also on the straightaway inside, I don't know if you can see it right there, but they don't have that part of the line or the queue as open as well. So basically, if you see it out like this, don't let it intimidate you that much because the inside part isn't as long as you think it is. Making our way into Twisted Colossus. Lines are kind of not too bad right now, and today on the app you'll actually be able to check the lines and their wait times if you wanted to do that instead. But for today, it hasn't been too bad compared to yesterday. Goliath has been kind of busy too, along with West Coast Racers and Full Throttle. But if you do plan on coming here to the park, make sure to use your app and check and see what the wait times are for the rides when you come over, because that'll be probably the best way instead of walking over there and wasting your time for no reason. Just got off of Twisted Colossus. Line ended up not being too bad because since the outside part is basically literally just that, and the inside part skips a zigzag, and it also just skips the first or the second straightaway, it's a lot less spaced out in terms of how much of the queue there is available, meaning the time's going to be shorter when you do wait in line, especially since it is socially distanced. There was a guy walking around making sure everyone was socially distanced, so when you do go in there, make sure to wear your mask and be socially distanced. But yeah, we just got off of that ride. Now we're going to head out and see what we're going to do next here on our day at Six Flags Magic Mountain. Here is the 6 that Six Flags keep advertising around their park. 1 being wear your mask, 2 wash your hands, 3 cover your cough, 4 keep your space, 5 sanitize often, and 6 have fun. You're going to be hearing it a lot around the park. All the signs everywhere basically, and even how to wear your mask right there. But they're going to be put around everywhere. Bye, Patrick. But yeah, they're going to be put around everywhere. Just to remind you guys what you need to do when you do come to the park, so you allow them to stay open and so the government doesn't close it back up. Back over here by the DC Universe, it still is pretty empty. As you can tell, there's really no one in here. I don't think Batman is running. I haven't really been seeing it that much, so that may be the biggest reason why it has been empty so far. We're going to walk towards this way and the West Coast Racers direction or the Crazy direction. We haven't been seeing anything in terms of any hopes for Crazy yet, but I will be coming tomorrow and checking on that as well. In terms of Johnny Rockets, the line has been insane, so I definitely recommend mobile ordering before you do come here. A lot of people don't know you can mobile order, but just look at this line. All the way packed to the back. But yeah, I definitely recommend mobile ordering for wherever you want to go. Just check on your Six Flags app and then make sure your pass is connected to your app. And from there, you will be able to use your dining pass to go here and go to this pickup windows right here, and you'll be able to mobile order and skip this huge line here at Johnny Rockets or any other restaurant around Six Flags. Over here at the little carnival games, everything is open so far. They even rethemed the little racing one here to Mario Kart, which is weird because that's kind of Universal's thing right now. But yeah, there's a new theming for the little racing game. Everything else is pretty much standard in terms of the prizes you get. Same thing here with the caps and the capes as well, I think they still have. But yeah, overall, everything here at the carnival games are still open and running as usual. Walking past Crazy, no signs of hope yet for it opening. It still has been gated off at the entrance actually right over here. But in terms of Crazy, nothing, like I said, nothing really, any signs of hope of it opening. Maybe, hopefully later on in the weeks of opening, it will reopen. But right now, mostly everything is functional and operational. Only thing I haven't seen yet is Ace of Clubs. I really want them to open because it's a very good barbecue place. And if you haven't tried it yet, if you ever get the chance to try it and it's open, I definitely recommend coming here to Ace of Clubs. Another thing I have noticed is look at how high Superman is going. If it does reach this area right here, that means barely anyone is riding the actual ride itself, which is really weird because usually Superman would be packed. I guess with these COVID regulations, there's a lot more spacing and stuff like that. But still, it's kind of weird seeing Superman going that high, especially with that huge line outside. I don't know if it's because they're skipping the indoor queue since they don't want anybody inside with each other waiting in lines for that long. But yeah, for the most part, Superman has had empty carts recently. I don't know if it's because the groups that are going on it, and the line has been pretty long outside. So we're gonna go check it out later when we head up Samurai Summit. Making our way over here by Riddler's Revenge. Hopefully we'll be able to see some track of the new coaster being built right here. Apparently, so far, not completely confirmed, but we may be able to see something while we go on Riddler's to see if we're going to be able to see any of that coaster for what's going to be replacing where Green Lantern was originally. They even have social distancing markers all the way out here in Riddler's Revenge, meaning for the most part, I guess lines can get really long for this queue. Because look at this, it's going all the way out to the entrance, so I'm assuming they're, oh look at, there it is. Line comes all the way out here at Riddler's as it passes by. It's such a loud coaster. Yeah, but this is weird. Making our way over here by the Big Belly Burger. We're going to probably walk up Samurai Summit and check out what the line for Superman and Tots is like. So let's see what those are like right now. Another big tip for coming to Six Flags is it usually gets pretty hot here, and most of the time you're being baked in the sun. So something I highly recommend is get the cup, or if you do have that platinum pass, make sure to pick up your member cup, and they'll just scan your pass every time you head to one of these booths, and then you'll get your cup refilled for free. Coming up over here by Samurai Summit, the Helva Honda Express still is not open. We're going to check out Ninja right now and see if it is open. I think the other day it was closed, but right now we do hear it running the actual track. So we're going to go down here and check out if it is open. Walking through the queue of Ninja, I think we hopped on right as it started running again. I mean, look at it, absolutely no one in there, and no one being even in the rows and stuff. Some people are in line. We're gonna come down here and check it out right now. I don't really see anyone in the queue, so we're gonna see right now. I think we hopped on right as it did open back up, but we're gonna hop down here and see if it is open. People are being seated on the ride as we speak, so yep, it is open. I guess sometimes it'll be closed throughout the day, but later on in the day it does end up opening back up. So if you do ever come here to Six Flags and you do like Ninja, because you're not too much of a coaster person, this is a perfect ride for somebody that's not too much of a coaster person. But it is a great ride overall, even for kids too. So make sure to check out Ninja when you do come to Six Flags Magic Mountain. Making our way out of Ninja, it was open. We tried riding it again, and the second time we got off, it ended up being closed due to technical delays. But while we were on it, a twig was under our cart, and we ran right over the twig, and the twig just broke off. It was like this big tree, and the twig broke off and almost hit JP. It's the funniest thing ever. And things always go bad whenever JP's on with me.
Hit Frank, though.
Yeah, it did hit him. It hit somebody in our cart, which was pretty funny, to be honest, because then we just saw the twig fly by his head. But yeah, now we're gonna go down and check out Tatu, which is right below me. Walking in right now, I think there may be a little bit of a wait, but worst comes to worst, we just go on this, and if not, we're probably gonna skip down and go down towards the bottom of the park or the front of the park, and maybe head back to West Coast Racers if there is no wait. Coming down to Tatu, there ended up being a full line. About 3 of the rows were full. Right now, what time is it? It's 3:30 almost, 3:25 right now. Yeah, the Katie's Kettle is not too bad today. Last time the line came out to here, and there is mobile ordering, so you could always skip the line, just mobile order. And they do also have this grill out here. But yeah, as of Tatu, it is kind of full right now, the line. So we're kind of like about it because we already rode it yesterday. So instead, we're going to go down, making our way down to Viper. And then if Viper is not too bad, maybe ride that. And if not, if X2 is open, we're going to make our way down to X2. And then hopefully ride that, maybe grab a snack, and then leave. On our way to X2 now, we're going to check and see if it is open. Earlier, the app says it was closed, but now we're going to check. The gates are open, so last time I know people did walk in while the gates were open and ended up being closed. But we might as well give it a chance and see if it is open. Hopefully, it won't have such a long line if it is open, because we really want to ride this today. On our way into the X2 queue now, it was open. We've been seeing people get off the exit line too, or the exit area. So now we're going to come in and see how long this wait is. Walking into the X2 queue now, farther in, there is no one here like last time, just like yesterday actually. There's just been people stacked up on the ramp.
Less people.
Oh yeah, even less people, because yesterday there were the ramp was actually all stacked up. But now I think just because we came right at the perfect time, just like yesterday, they just finished testing, so now they'll actually be letting guests onto the ride. So yeah, ramp isn't really that stacked. There are 2 sides to the ramp as well. Maybe we'll even be able to see my car, because that's literally where I parked, right in front of this ride. Making our way onto the ramp now. Pretty much empty right now. What happened?
It was not yellow. It was
what?
yellow.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at the angle from the camera. It looks all
like
yellow.
But
Yeah, but it's not. It's just the edge of the stairs. That's funny. But yeah, it looks yellow from this angle, which I've never noticed before for some reason. But yeah, heading onto the ramp, it is pretty empty today. Last time it was kind of like towards the bottom of the ramp on both sides. So yeah, there shouldn't be too long of a wait. Just finished up here by X2. Very fun ride. I highly recommend sitting on the inside seat, the one closest to where the speakers are and the panel is for the actual ride that separates between the middle, the little bar. I definitely recommend sitting on the inside seat, because that one's a lot less shaky in terms of how the ride spins, because it's a very complicated ride system and it's very hard to keep smooth, especially when it gets older. Parts start to get a little bit rusty and not as smooth as before, but it was very fun. Even if you do sit on the outside seat, it's a very fun ride just to go on with friends, and in general to scream your butt off, because this is one intense roller coaster, X2. But yeah, I highly recommend it. It's definitely maybe on like my top 3 or top 4 list for Six Flags in general. But I highly recommend checking out X2 when you do visit Six Flags Magic Mountain. walking down from the bridge from X2, you actually get a really nice view of Tatu, Superman, Goliath, and Revolution. Especially when you do go on the ride itself along with Viper, you get a great view of the whole park and even Hurricane Harbor down there, which there's not much to see since it is closed. But in general, all of Six Flags Magic Mountain, very good view from these high up rides that are on the edge of the park, because you're able to see the rest of the park from back there, which is really cool. And it's a very nice thing just to see, especially on Drop of Doom, if you are into that kind of thrill-seeking ride. But yeah, definitely check it out whenever you head onto those high rides in the corners of the park. Just finished up our painful ride at Viper. We walked up the back the hill. Now we're gonna eat at Katie's Kettle, or yeah, Katie's Kettle. Making sure it's not Caddy's for some reason, but it has a pretty good food selection. It has really good turkey legs. If you want to get a big, they're like really big turkey legs. If you want to get it here with your meal, your dining pass, it will be $2 extra on top of your pass. But if you want to get something like grilled chicken sandwich, chicken strips, burgers, bacon cheeseburgers in general, everything you'll be able to get here right in front of Tatsu. And you'll even be able to use the new mobile food ordering on the app using your dining pass. And you'll be able to basically just cut the line and head over here and get your food. Another important thing is the times for dining pass right here actually on this sign. From 11:30 to 3:30 is the time where you can use your lunch, and then dinner starts at 4:30 to 7:30. So if you have anything, the deluxe pass and above, you'll be able to use your lunch and dinner, and also have a snack on top of that anytime throughout the day, as long as they are between those times. Make sure that you do go between those times for each of them, because if you only have the basic dining pass, you'll only be able to get lunch and a snack, which is 11:30 to 3:30, and those are the times you'll be able to go to one of these restaurants and use your dining pass at. At Katie's Kettle, we did get these burgers all around. I got the cheeseburger. What'd you get? You got the bacon one, right? And then what'd you get?
Bacon on deck.
Yep, there you go. We got all cheeseburgers. Let's see how they are right now. I'll let you guys know after we finish it. Okay guys, so we just finished up by Katie's Kettle. Now we're heading down towards the entrance of the park, right underneath the Revolution. The new Revolution, actually, as I should say. But yeah, we're gonna head back towards the front of the park, maybe grab a snack, and then head out of the park from there. A good tip is if you ever come down here, you can sometimes, if they don't get mad at you, as it goes by for testing, if they don't get mad at you, they will allow you to go actually from the other side of the exit, and then you can actually go down from here and take it to the front of the park instead of having to walk all the way around the hill. And from here, because they're still testing, we'll be able to go from the front and then go, to wherever we need to get our snacks at ice cream place at the front and the member center right by the Flash Pass area. But yeah, it's a pretty quick shortcut for you guys to take instead of walking all the way down this hill. If you ever do bring little ones with you here, you actually will be able to ride the Carousel. They still do have it open even through COVID regulations. I guess they're still allowed to have it open. After all, some of the carnivals are opening up around like Orange County and so on and so forth. But yeah, as COVID cases slowly go down, there's more that they can do inside of the park, and more regulations will be lifted, or like things like capacity will be able to expand a bit more, which is cool to see. But yeah, as time passes on, only things get better from here. Another commonly asked question on my channel is, where do you get Flash Passes from if you forget to get them online? The main answer is, as soon as you enter from the entrance over there, from the gates, the main gates, continue to walk straight forward. Don't go to the left, just walk straight forward, and you'll be able to be taken right here by the lockers and the Flash Pass. And you'll be able to buy Flash Passes from here. Inside of here, this is actually where they sell it, and add it to your ticket, and you'll be able to use it throughout the day. Another thing that's commonly asked is where to get your member cups from. So if you're a platinum and above, basically you'll be able to get these red member cups from right here, the member services, which is right in front of the entrance, the main gate. You'll be able to come here, show them your pass, they'll scan it, and then you will redeem your red cup, which you can use, I think, like every 15 minutes or so. They'll scan your pass at different restaurants, and you'll be able to get refills on your red cup, basically unlimited refills throughout the day. And basically it works at any restaurant, and you just grab it from right here at member services. Okay guys, that concludes today's video. We just stopped by member services real quick to grab some more cups, but that's going to conclude today's video with JP and everyone. Everyone was here, had a bunch of fun. Pat was here earlier too. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to like, comment what I should do next, or if you have any questions about entering the park in Six Flags, and subscribe and hit that post notification bell to make sure you stay updated with all the new park news. And that was today's day at Six Flags Magic Mountain, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.